Right.
Good. All right, well, welcome to your practice, my friends. So sit on something, be comfortable. If you need to stretch your legs out, wiggle your toes, do that. And then we'll start with the palms turned up. Actually, let's start. We started the pandy in this pose. I was open in this, like, what's going on? I don't know. But it's also like the time of balance, the time of Libra scales, that time of openness, your heart is open. Now let your eyes gently close. Bow your chin a little bit. Let the shoulders settle. Let's take a few breaths here. And just feel yourself very open. And when we are open, we can receive. Take a nice breath in. And as you breathe out, join your palms together in front of your heart. We'll just open this heart. So we keep the finger pads touching, the thumb pads touching, the base of the palms touching, and you just create some space in your hands. So what's in your heart can flow out, and all that goodness from without can flow in. And inhaling, grow tall, lift your chin, and exhale as you are. And we'll open this practice and chant Om together 3 times. I feel before we do that, let's just take a nice big breath in. Hold it at the top. Draw your belly in and up. Soften your shoulders, your jaw, and exhale. Take a normal breath. Good. And then we'll inhale for our first Om. Bowing your chin, place your hands on your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, we're going to stay seated. I'm going to change the cross of the legs. If you need to give a little moving, do that. I love the way my feet look. And then just maybe change the opposite cross. And we're just going to start by rotating. So hands on the knees or on the thighs. Lift yourself up. And as you exhale, take the belly back. Shift over to one side. And start to circle yourself. And you can close your eyes so you're not worrying or thinking about, how graceful or lovely or open. Just feeling deep inside, circling, stirring, creating and recreating. This is the time of the cauldron, the time of the hearth, the time of the witches. And, I love to call myself a kitchen witch when I'm preparing, concocting a meal or some nourishment or something like that. Okay, and we'll reverse, circle the opposite way. You need to change the cross of your legs, do that. And start to feel from the inside that you can really extend out to the outside. We can go a little bigger. And how is your breath? How does everything feel? Good. And you are concocting your own healing potion. Good. Okay, and now we're just going to start to sway side to side a little bit, just moving, and we'll take it into a side bend. So the next time you come over to the right, put your right hand down, reach the left arm up, extend it over your head, and then we're going to start to circle this left arm, and it can start back, it can start front. Just feel that the torso is going to twist. If the arm needs to bend to accommodate some shoulder stuff, then do that. And notice the right hand on the floor. It's not just sleeping, it's actually helping a little bit. And now reversing and changing the direction from whatever you did. Good. Maybe you can start to watch your hand as it moves. Good. And we'll take one last one, and we'll just, so fully circle, and then come back to that side stretch. And you might just stay here. I'm right close to the wall. I can actually put my hand at the wall. That's going to be awesome. Or take your hand behind your head. If the shoulder allows, open more. Lean the head into the hand. Just take 3 breaths. You can go a little deeper if that's available. And then release. Okay, let's just sit. So I'm going to change the cross of my legs. Just sit, close your eyes. Feel that. You know, one side of your body alive and awake, and the other side not quite there yet. Okay, so we'll take the left hand down. You can open your eyes. Bring the right arm up and over. And just feel this. Maybe you roll your wrist a couple times. And then we'll start to circle. And again, choose whichever way your arm wants to go. And it's always fun to kind of notice, does this side feel more free or a little more tight? Spread the fingers of your left hand so that, you know, it's a part of this. And feel how the whole chest is turning. You know, maybe you can even sense the cat and the cow action happening. And so if you need to bend the elbow, create for yourself what you need. We'll do one more full circle here, and then reverse and start to go in the opposite circling direction. Good. And where's your breath? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do maybe 2 more. It can be so slow, so stretchy, or whatever it is, and then we'll come to the side bend. We'll just let the arm come over, and maybe you stay here, or you grab the back of your head, and kind of let the head drop into the hands and get way more opening here if that works for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. You work with what you've got. And then release, come up. Again, just sit, palms up, close your eyes. Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to stretch the legs out. Get my little feet here. And you'll just take whatever is a comfortable stance. If you need to bend or put blankets underneath your knees, do that. And we're just going to take some twists here with the legs straight. I'm going to flex my feet. I like to spread my toes, anchor the heels. And then we'll take the right hand behind. And the left hand can start on the inside of the left thigh. And you just press that away, turn. So you just start nice. Open the right shoulder, turn your head, push the left hand into the thigh. And if you want to take the left hand over to the outside of the right thigh, you can do that. Drop your left shoulder a little bit. Smile. And then release. Let's just take a moment, just pause. So close your eyes, feel how your torso is just getting nice and warm. And then open your eyes. Take your left hand behind, right hand to the inside of the right thigh, and turn. Anchor right hand to right thigh. Open yourself, turn your head to the left, and then the right hand can pop over if you want to, if that feels nice. Okay, notice if your left hip and left cheek is lifting. It's not a bad thing, but it does give us the feeling of more flexibility than might be there. And then release. And just come to your center. Just rest your hands anywhere. You can close your eyes or rest your gaze. And then we'll just start to roll the ankles. And good. So watch your little feet move. Yes. And then reverse. Yes. We want to have very mobile ankles. Good. And then we'll just start to point and flex the feet a few times. Yes. And maybe we go opposite. So one points, one flexes. Yes. Good. And then bring both feet into flexion. Lift yourself up. Just feel this and keep your hands behind. Lift yourself up. Lift your belly. Breathe. If you feel very comfortable, you can reach your arms up and they can just go out and even turn up your head. Look up. Reach. Lift up from the sides of your waist, from your belly. And exhale, release your hands down. And we're just going to take a little baby forward fold. So just walk your hands. They can come inside, outside. If you need to fold your legs because this is too much right at the beginning, and do that. But no, you don't have to go that far. Just feel a little bit of a stretch in the backs of the legs. You can start to let your head go if that is there. That's going to increase the stretch. Breathe. And close your eyes. So feel that this is an invitation to turn inwards, to turn into the dark and into the quiet. And just take a few more breaths here. Soften wherever you can. Good. And then keeping your head soft, maybe keep your eyes closed. Take your hands back and bring yourself up to seated. And once you come up, you can keep your eyes closed if you like. Take a few breaths or drop your gaze. Good. Okay, we're going to sweep both legs over to the right side. Just that's my left. Okay, over to the right. Now I'm going to take this little blanket I was sitting on, and I'm just going to pop it just underneath the left hip. So just the left hip is supported, the right hip's kind of dropping. And I'm going to also narrow this. So from here, I'm just going to rest the knee on the top center of the shin. And I'm going to turn this right foot to point back. So here, but if that's no good, open it up. That's all fine. Good. So it's a little uncomfortable, a little wobbly. Now I'm going to take the right hand down. The left hand can rest on the thigh or down and just offer this right hip that's kind of floating in the air to just drop. And at the same time, I lift myself up. Okay, any pain in your knee, adjust your legs. We're going to twist to the left. So left hand behind, right hand comes over, and we turn. Okay, now what I want you to do is to invite that right sitting bone to come back down. So you take your chest, maybe lean it more to the right if you can, and then turn your head. Yeah, your left. And breathe here. And then release. And just come back to sit. Okay, now we'll open the legs wider, and I'll turn that right foot out now so it's on the big toe edge. You can take both hands all the way over. Let the right hip lift. We're just going for twist, my friends. You know it. Walk your hands behind you. You can take that blanket out if it's a hindrance. And then lower onto your forearms, palms together. Turn your head to the left. And breathe. Stay there. Again, if you want to lay down, if that is available to you, come all the way down. You can open the arms, turn your head maybe away from your knees, and breathe here. Take one more breath. And then come up back on your hands. You can just sweep your legs in front of you and just take a moment, feel. Okay, and then we'll sweep the legs over to the left. Okay, I'll take my blanket. I'm going to just put it right underneath just the right sitting bone. And then I'll adjust the legs. So you can have, you make it your own, but I'm going to have the shin on top of the shin on chin, and then push the left, point the left foot back. Okay, now I want to feel the left sitting bone is kind of hanging. So you find your place here where you can drop it, but you're lifting your heart, breathing. Good, and then we take twists. So right hand behind, left hand comes over, and turn. I notice if you're bringing your chest forward, can you take it back a little bit if that's available? Like your heart wants to move more to the left. So you feel like even in this imbalance, you're more upright. Good. And then release your twist. Good. You can separate your legs more open. The foot can come down. And then we'll take the hands over. You might take that blanket out. Walk your hands behind you. And once you reach that place of your maximum, lower down onto your forearms. And maybe the head turns away from the knees or not. Breathing as you are. And lowering down if you wish. You can also just stay on your forwards. Close your eyes, soften your face. And then very slowly start to come up. And as you come up, just let your legs straighten out in front of you and just feel all of that. Good. Okay, move your little feet around and we're going to come to another twist. So I'll sit on my blanket fully and we'll have the right foot bent and the left foot can sit in front of the shin, or maybe, you might cross it over. So yogi's choice, whichever one, they both work. And once you can interlace your fingers and you lift yourself up. Yes. Good. Okay. So here we are, I'm using the blanket to kind of lift myself up. I'm going to try and anchor this foot, but if it's lifting, that's just where it is today. It's all fine. Good. Okay, now just put your mind into the left sitting bone a little bit and pull the knee over, drop. I'm just going to exaggerate it. I'm just going to shift myself over to the left and make that left sitting bone a little heavier. Okay, now with your hands here, lean back so the arms straighten. Draw your belly in, and now take the left hand away. Bring it behind you. Turn yourself. So I'm pulling this left knee across. Turn your head. Breathe. Okay, if you wish to take your right elbow to the outside of the knee, you can. Of course you can, but you don't have to. Breathe here. Okay, smile. Make it a little more crunchy, meaning go a little deeper if you can. Good. And then release. I'm going to take both hands as I release, both hands to the right. Take your left leg, sweep it behind you. So you can't even see it. Just take it behind you. Walk your hands around to the right, turn your head, take twist. Nice. Okay, release yourself. We're going to take this left leg and stretch it out. Keep the right leg bent. Adjust your prop that you're sitting on. If you need to take it out, that's fine too. So here we are in tree pose. Okay, flex your right foot. Lift yourself up. And we're going to start by folding in between. If you were in class last night, We did this. So you're just gonna go nice, you know. I feel like such a big stretch happening underneath the left leg. Lift the heart, take yourself forward, just find your place. You don't have to come all the way down to the floor, but you might, but it's not necessary. Breathe here, close your eyes if you like. And you can even start to release your head if you haven't done that. Okay, so stay as you are, my friends. Exactly as you are, with your hands or your forearms on the floor, whatever you have there. Push and pull the floor a couple times. So we take cat-cow here. So as you push the floor away, you might tuck in a little more, and as you pull the floor towards you, you might lift up just a few times. Okay, let's do one more, push and pull. And then settle in again to whatever this is. And now we're going to walk the hands over. So we're going to come to lie over the left leg. And I say lie over, but it could just be facing it, dropping your head, where you walk your hands out. Maybe the right hand comes over to the outside of the left leg or left foot. And we'll just take a few breaths here in this darkness, forward folding. You can let your head go if that works. Okay, and then just feel in your body, is the left side dropping a little more, the left side of your ribs, left side of your chest, dropping more than the right? Can you take the left hand to the floor and anchor it down so you lift the left side up a little bit and drop the right side a little more? Okay, nice, beautiful, relaxed breaths. A few more. Okay. And then release, slowly walk yourself upright. Come and just rest here for a few breaths. Good. Okay, and then from here now, we're gonna take what I call Las Vegas showgirl. So take your right hand down, take the left hand, and you're just gonna walk that left hand around so you turn the left foot. So it comes down, rock yourself up onto your right knee if that works. And we take this side bend here. I'm just gonna wiggle myself back so you can see. So I have my right toes tucked under, or you can have the foot flat. Take the left arm up and over. Push the right hand down and away. Anchor your left foot. Turn your left heel out a little more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, okay, I feel this is coming. So now take both hands to the floor. Turn your left toes under. Now press through the left heel, anchor the hands, draw your belly in, take the right knee into your chest. Just look forward, breathe here like you love it. Okay, downward dog. Okay, just breathe in your dog, 5 breaths, however you have your dog. Honor that your head is down, your hips are high, the backs of your legs are stretching, your arms are stretching. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, and then take your knees to the floor. If you would like to take child's pose, that's fine. I'm going to sit on the tops of the feet, so to just take a few moments. That might mean you turn yourself into, sitting cross-legged. Just be here, close your eyes or drop your gaze down the bridge of your nose, turn your palms up, soften your tailbone down. If you're in child's pose, that's beautiful, just breathe. Good. Okay, one more breath in. Breathe out. Come onto your hands and your knees. And then from hands and knees, or I'm just bringing you sitting fancy. So if you're already cross-legged, you can stay there. Open your knees apart, cross one ankle over the other, and release yourself into sitting. Good. Okay, stretch your legs out, move them around. Take whatever it was you were sitting on. We'll go to the second side of all of that. So the left leg comes down and the right foot is either in front of the shin or all the way over, yogi's choice, whatever works. Opposite interlace, hug in and lift. So you're lifting your heart, lifting the crown of your head, releasing the shoulders, even lifting your belly. Good. Okay, so we keep this interlace wherever it is, lean back, and then keep that left hand, take the right hand behind you and start to turn. And you pull that right knee across, turn the other way. Keep your legs
This was the way I'm, oh, it's me.
And then maybe the elbow comes to the outside. Anyone else need to turn the other way? So you are we're like, pretzel-y. We're very pretzel-y. Breathe here. You can take your heart back a little bit. But keep the shoulders soft. Good. Okay, and then release. We'll take both hands over to the left, so you can lean on that. Take your right leg, shoot it behind you, wherever it's going to go, my friends. Then you turn. Walk your hands. You stay on your hands this time. You just turn, twisting, breathing. And then we'll release and move into tree pose, Janu Shirshasana on this side. So you might take your blanket, you sit on it, adjust it. If you don't need it, I'm just going to take mine out. So we take that right leg forward, left leg is bent. If you need to prop up, I hope you're taking good care of yourself. Whatever you need. Okay, so we start by folding into the center. So feel this, throw props in where you need them, and then walk yourself forward. And I have the foot flexed, toes are lifted, are spreading, and that brings more stretch into the underside of this leg. So I don't need to come that far to feel something. So wherever you are, if you're upright and you just drop your head and you're feeling a stretch, then you're doing great work. So, okay, once we're here, feel like the chest is coming forward, heart is open. And then with your hands, wherever they are, just find a bit of cat-cow, this push and pull. Just opening and closing, breathing. Good. And then you'll maybe do one more cat-cow here, and then we're just going to settle. So whatever that is, maybe you go deeper or not, it's all fine and lovely. You're doing the work. Work is getting done. And nobody can do this for you. There's no magic pill. Got to do it. Good. Okay. And then from here, walk your hands over. So we come to over the right leg. And the hands can just be either side. Maybe again, you just drop your head or you walk yourself forward and find your place. If the left hand wants to come over, that's fine, but it's also not necessary. And close your eyes and breathe. Feel into all these dark places. Stretching, whatever it is you feel. And then notice in your body, is the right side dropping more? Can you take the right hand down and press the hand into the floor to lift the right side of your chest a little more? Your head might even turn away from your center line. And then release your hands lovingly, walk yourself upright, and just come to be in your center for a moment. Good. Okay, and then we'll rock it out. So the left hand comes down, and then take your right hand across, turn the right foot, take it down, come up, open into this Parigasana gate pose. That's the name of this pose. So you can tuck the toes under or keep the foot flat. Turn your right heel out a little bit so the sole of the foot is on the floor. Reach yourself. Okay, here we come. So both hands come down, maybe at the front of your mat, or I don't know where you are in your mat world, it's okay. Turn the right toes under, anchor your hands, lift your belly, lift your heart, lift that left knee into your chest, and just be so strong here. Smile. Good. Okay, and then from here, I forgot what we did.
Down dog.
Down dog. Thank you. Takes a village. Down dog. Okay. Breathe in your downward dog. Untuck your pelvis if you can. So notice if you're in cat or cow here. There's really no right way. I think when I did my teacher training and maybe when I started teaching, there was a right way, but there's no right way. I see it. Some of us need more cat here, some of us need more cow. So feel what you're doing and find the opposite. Good. Okay, and then we'll come back down. So either child's pose, this time I'm going to sit on the toes, whatever works for you. Maybe it's cross-legged. Turn your palms up. You can close your eyes or rest your gaze down the bridge of your nose. And breathe to this open chest, open, spacious heart. And take one more full breath in and full breath out. Good, okay. And then from here, I'm just going to come out. I'm going to open the knees. So if you're already in cross-legged, that's fine. If you're in child's pose, just come up. From here, I'll cross my ankles, but there's always one way you cross. So I switch it, come down and sit, and stretch your legs out and move them around. Excellent. Okay, friends. So we're going to take our bolster and our block, and you'll take your bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you make one, stack up a bunch of blankets. Okay, we're going to come to lie down, so I'm going to put my sweatshirt back on. And then you might also have a blanket for your head. Okay, and then we take the block. All right, so I'm going to lie down so that the chest is on the bolster, so you can watch first if you want. So I just have my chest on the bolster, my hips are on the floor. So move my thing around, and then I'm going to take my block and just set that underneath the hips. So it might go lowest height, second height, probably not the highest height. You choose what you like, and so adjust as you need. So I say hips, but it's really sacrum bone. Your sacrum bone. I don't know if the word sacred came first or the sacrum came first, but definitely a correlation between the word sacred and your sacrum. So if we think about, the sacrum, the hip bones, that whole pelvic bowl, you can even take your hands and just feel, your hips. Feel like the top of your hip bone, the sides of your hip bone. You just kind of feel your own anatomy here. And that this girdle, and then you can release your hands or, it's fine, keep massaging and touching. But this pelvic girdle protects your power center. Everything, we have two power centers. There's the digestion, reproduction, all of that, that happens down low in the pelvic girdle. And then you have your power center in all the sensories of your face. And, very powerful places in your body. Just breathe here, let everything relax as much as you can. And just be aware, or really put your attention to the parts of you that are just hanging. And the more you can soften through the heart, the head, the face, and the pelvic bowl power center, then we can release this midpoint, this mid-belly, mid-back. So we can stay with the knees bent, but if you are someone who likes to stretch your legs out here, that feels okay, then go ahead and do that. But, it's not necessary. Whatever feels better for you is the right thing. Okay, drop in as much as you can, like you're doing Shavasana. So if it's not comfortable with the legs out, just rebend them. Drop your jaw. Let the shoulders release here with this little bit of a lift. Nice, gentle breathing. melting, releasing whatever you can. Just feeling the effects of all of those twists into this open breath. Okay, just a few more breaths here. You'll notice any tension you're holding back of the head, back of the heart, into the shoulders. And then if your legs are stretched out, bending them, feet to the floor. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart. And just start to rock the knees side to side. And again, it's not a big, we're on the block, so there's not that far you can go. Just be with this, a little bit of rocking. And I'm getting some back cracking, so hope you are as well. And we'll come into the center. Heel toe your feet to center now. And then feel the left foot on the floor, leave it there. Bring the right knee into your chest and extend the right leg up to the sky. And maybe you look at your foot or not. You pull the toes towards your nose. If you need to bend your leg a little bit, do what you have to do. But if you can open up the back of the knee, breathe. And now take this right leg and just cross it a little bit over to the left. Just enough so you feel maybe more discomfort. The left knee can pop in towards center a little bit too. Soften your hands, your jaw. And then cross this right knee right over the left knee. Good. Okay. Now I'm still on the block. Nothing's changed. But if you need to change something, I hope you're doing that. Now I'm going to take the left foot and just heel toe it to the right. Even just one heel toe, maybe two. It doesn't need to be a lot. And then let the knees, without, it might not even be visible, but they might move a little bit to the right, even like half an inch. The head now is going to turn to the left. Okay, so stay here. If you want a little bit more, all you're going to do is take that right shin and just press it towards the outside of the left shin. Okay, one more full breath in. Release. Bring your head to center. Heel toe your left foot back to what you feel is center. And now I'm going to bring this package in. So your hands might go to the block to hold it, or if you're comfortable, you can keep your hands out. Just lift up, flex your feet. Maybe you press the outer shins towards each other. You're balancing. You're going to push the sacrum down into your block. Take one more full breath. Okay, I'm going to open the legs wide so they're straight up to the sky and open. So hands to the block to balance or not, to just open the legs out. Move your feet around if you like, or just flex the feet, soften your heart. Feel this crazy balance act you're doing here. Good, and then bring the legs together. I'm going to take them down to the floor. I'm going to just challenge myself, see if I can bring them down at the same time. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine. Okay. Pause here. And we'll go right to the second side. Good. Okay. So from here, let's start with heel toe the feet together. We'll lift the left leg up. Yeah, straight up. And then you're just here. So you can flex the foot a little bit, open up the back of the knee of the left leg. And what I didn't say this on the other side, but you use the block as feedback. So you pull from the heel down through the leg to the hip or to the sacrum, and you feel that more on the block. And now take this left leg and crescent it over to the right, just a little bit. The right knee can move in. Breathe here. Good. And then cross knee over knee. Good. Now take the right foot and heel toe to the left. Even one heel toe, two heel toes, a little bit. Okay. Now lift your head, turn it to the right. And breathe here. Soften. And if you want a little more, you just push that left shin into the right shin. Soften your face, smile. Yeah, beauty. That's it. Good. Okay, we'll bring the head back to center. You can walk your right foot back out. And then we're going to bring this package up. So hands to the block if you need. Just take it up. So I have the knees over the hips. I'm pressing into the block with the sacrum. And I'm going to hug the shins in towards each other. If that works, you know, I didn't wrap on the other side, but you might wrap. Take that left foot around to the outside of the right shin. Soften your heart, the back of your head. Good. And then unwrap. We'll just open the legs out. You can hold the block or not. Press the sacrum into the blocks. Flex your feet. Okay. If you feel balanced and you're like, oh, I just want a little bit more, then you just take your palms and rest them on your inner thighs. And they can gently just draw the inner thighs down as you press out. And even grab the backs of your thighs and kind of pull. Good. And then we'll bring the legs up and release them down to the floor, maybe at the same time. Good. And now we get to come off the block. So you'll lift your hips, take the block out. You're going to come straight down to the floor. If that's too deep, throw a blanket underneath your hips with a block on the lowest height. Okay, we're just going to receive this. So maybe the legs want to stretch out. They can open wide. Let your feet just flop. If you're better with your knees bent, that's all good. I'm going to take the arms out to the sides and even a little bit above the shoulders. So as if, you know, maybe the legs are open, the arms are open, everything open to receive. Open heart, open face, open senses, open power center. Beautiful breathing. And just feeling the breath throughout your entire torso. Soften your face, all the senses, dropping to the back of the head. Good. Okay. And then just start to move your ankles and your wrists as if you're coming out of Shavasana. You can even stretch your arms over your head, wiggle your fingers, and we're going to come up. Now you might roll to your side and come up. I'm going to take this, I always call it like Frankenstein coming up, but Frankenstein is the doctor, right? Okay. So you might take your hands behind your head and lift your chin first, and then reach your arms out and slowly curl yourself up until you come all the way up. Once you're up, maybe you reach your arms up. Good. Take the hands down. If you roll to your side, just bring yourself up to sitting, because that's all we're going to do here. Just come to sit for a moment. You can pop up onto your bolster if you like. Just let your hands rest. If you're sitting in Sukhasana, I'm just going to take these legs forward a little bit. So if that works for you, a little forward. And then just maybe close your eyes or rest your gaze, feel your breath. Good. Well, let's do a twist, my friends. So take the right hand to your left knee, left hand behind, go onto your bolster. Just turn yourself here. One more breath. Good. And then we'll just float right over, second side. Twist. And release, come back to the front. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn. We're just going to take twist over the bolster. I'll just bring myself back a little bit. So have your, let's see, I have my right hip here. You do whichever hip. The legs can be whatever feels good. And you can also open them wider like we did in this practice. And then you'll just turn yourself. So you're facing the bolster. So the legs can open, they can close, whatever feels good. turn, and then come to lie down over the bolster. And you might start with the head facing same direction as the knees. The hands can come underneath the bolster. Or if you are ready, because we've done lots of prep work, to turn your head away from your knees, then go for that. So I did say arms, hands underneath the bolster, but if you're better with them out, or one out, one in, sometimes it takes a bit of play to see what feels better. Splitting your legs. You can even straighten your the leg on the bottom if you're on the right side, your right leg. So you can play with the legs, but melt your heart. Breathe into your bolster. Feel yourself here just surrendering. Really we've had no choice these last few months, but to surrender, to meet it, to honor what's happening, to respect it, to do our best to stay healthy and to keep our loved ones healthy. So let's just honor all of that, that conscious work, connecting on a global scale. Incredible. Let's take a few more breaths here. If you feel you can go deeper, maybe you take advantage of this shape and you just come out, turn a little bit more away from your legs. Drop in. Just bringing the breath and filling all of those places that are on offer here. What can you expand into, breathe into? And then start by just turning your head back. If you've taken it away from facing the opposite direction, bring it back. Good. And then using your hands, you'll just press yourself up, come back to sit. And again, you might keep your eyes closed the whole time. Thank you. Yoga works. That's all I can say. Okay, take a few breaths here. Feel the imbalance in your body. Good. Okay, and then we'll second side it. So turn yourself, second side, adjust your props, adjust your legs however you like. And then you turn, hands on either side of the bolster. We push the floor away as you turn more away and come on down. And head wherever you like, hands wherever feels good. Legs, maybe the top leg can walk back more. That's going to give you a deeper access. But honor your body and its own, what it needs today. If you would like to straighten the bottom leg, it can just go straight out to the side. Just feeling the flow, the power of your breath, and the openings that are offered here. Melt through your shoulders, your belly. You feel you can go a little deeper. You could even just keep your eyes closed. You press yourself back, turn a little bit more. Down, breathe. And the final few breaths here. So maybe you deepen your breath. And just be aware of the flow of your breath. And the breath is your prana, your energy, your life force. And just turning your head now back to the same direction as your legs. Just take a few moments, let the head come back. And releasing the hands and pressing yourself up. And again, just coming to sit on the bolster or straight out. Maybe you change the cross of your legs or legs stretched, whatever feels good. Palms open. Close your eyes or rest your gaze and just feel all of that beauty. Like you are, this flower unfolding, heart opening. Good. Okay. Sweet friends. So we're going to set up for Shavasana. So have your props nearby. I just want to do a little head release with the block. So you can have, let's see, I'm going to put my blanket down so it's ready for me. And I'll have the bolster. You can actually put the bolster if you're using it, have it in place. And then take your block, and I'm just going to turn myself so you can see. So it's so nice I have short hair now too, because this block is going to come. Let's see if I can turn. It's going to go like in the neck so that I feel it supporting, the top of the hairline or top of the skull and the vertebrae that sticks out here. I believe it's C7, but I could be wrong. And so it's kind of in between. I have the block angled. If that doesn't feel right, then don't worry too much about it. Just put the block underneath your head. So feel that you have end of block at base of neck and end of block at base of head. And you can hold the block. That feels better, or release your hands. And your legs might be bent, feet on the floor. You could have them on the bolster or stretched out. And just melt yourself in here. And let your jaw go. Soften your eyes. Good. Okay, I'm going to turn the head a little bit to the right so that I feel the edge of the block is pressing into that big tendon we have there. And so it's a little discomfort. I might even feel like a bit of a headache kind of a thing coming on the right side. But that is the release. So, you can always angle your block, move it if you need to. I'm keeping my block where it is, just turning the head a little bit to the right. Drop the jaw, drop the shoulders. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. Good. And then you might take the hands to the block to bring it back to center, and then turn your head a little bit to the left. And you can release your hands if you feel it happening. Drop your jaw, your eyes. And just finding that place of discomfort. If you don't feel anything, then move the block, because I'm going to say all of us are going to feel something here. These tendons that we're playing into here directly connect to the eyes and all the way down to the feet. So we're actually opening the whole back line of the body. Okay, and then you can bring your head back to center. If you love that, go ahead and do it again, or move your head around side to side, massage this back of your head. And then we'll slip into Shavasana. And I'm just going to turn my block, pardon me, onto the lowest height. Rest my head there and then stretch the legs out. You take your time and find your optimal resting position. Cover yourself up if you need to. And resting in your stillness and in your own divine presence. You as great observer. Let your head be heavy, arms heavy, back body heavy, side ribs heavy. And tuning into the lightness of your breath, gently expanding and nourishing, feeding, loving all parts of you. All tension melt out of your body and invite you to ground a little deeper into the support of the floor, to the support of the earth. And feeling all the power in your head, all the sensors, the thinking brain, electrical impulses constantly firing, and just allow all of that to be heavy, to rest. Guiding your awareness to the power center at your pelvic bowl. And feel your low belly area, your pelvic bowl, the base of you all open, resting, receiving this opportunity to just simply be. Scanning your body, releasing more deeply to the earth. If you are planting yourself deep, deep, deep down. For this moment, all is well, all is peaceful, all is open. Just coming back to your breath, gently deepening, lengthening each inhale and each exhale, very slowly. Just feeling yourself being breathed, your body being breathed. If you wish to stay in your resting Shavasana for longer, then I honor that. And if you're ready to come out, just making little movements and honoring the journey as you make your way out. You might hug your knees into your chest, or some of you like to take your legs over your head here, and that's totally great. You'd like to do that, or just roll over to your side and resting there for a few breaths. Yeah, beauty. I love it. And so taking your time, and just meet and seated if that's where you're coming, or I'll just honor you as you stay in your Shavasana. It's all lovely and good. Nice. And just taking a few moments, if you are coming up, right, even if you're still lying down, just feel your hands open, your heart open, and bow your chin slightly. The irony of being open, everything open, resonated with me a little bit as I said that. So we just invite in openness. And joining your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, bow your chin to all that you are and all that you bring into this practice, into every practice, into this great gift of yoga. And this great gift of being together right now as it is. And as you inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, stay as you are. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and an Om. And inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll seal that. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Pause here. Choose a word. Any word, first word, whatever you need. Put it in your hands. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Offer that to yourself. And we'll offer that out to the collective, to our friends, to our people we don't know, our families. Send that out. Oh my goodness. With great love and honoring. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for being here and sharing this practice. Whoa! Okay, namaste, friends.